Alaikum. Today, April 28, we are celebrating World Day for Safety and Health at Work. World Day for Safety and Health at Work. The safety and health of every worker determines how efficient the work will be. Prevention is better than cure. A safety environment provides a more fruitful and more productive output. Today, what we are celebrating today is something people take for granted. And because they take it for granted, so many lives has been lost at workplace. Most people take safety precaution for granted. They don't even care about their safety. They take risk. And when you ask them, they tell you that life is about risk. My dear, there are some risks that can be avoided. It's not all the risks that you should take, especially the ones that endangers your life. Incidentally, this year 2024, the theme of World Day for Safety and Health at Work is ensuring safety and health at work in a changing climate. Ensuring safety and health at work in a changing climate. You know, with the climatic change, we need to take the necessary precaution to ensure that the workers are safe, that the health of every worker is taken into consideration. It's when people are healthy that they give in their best. You get the best from people when they are healthy and when they are in a more secure environment. And most of these African countries, Nigeria included, where we have problem of insecurity, you discover that foreign investment are not coming. Even the ones that are in Nigeria, they are going back. We are losing foreign investors because of insecurity. If we want to attract foreign investment into our country, then we must ensure the safety of the people. But unfortunately, our country has become so insecure, especially for foreign workers. They are being kidnapped, they are being attacked. So the safety of workers is paramount, whether at a government level, at a national level, even non-governmental organizations. We must ensure the safety of lives and properties. So today we are focusing specifically on workers And most of you are civil servants. Most of you are workers. In fact, generally, this thing is for everybody. Whether you are a civil servant, whether you are self-employed, you need safety. You need good health. So it's not restricted to only civil servants or government workers. Every human being need safety. And whatever you are doing, you must establish it in a safety and secure environment. That is number one. One thing you must take into consideration before establishing your business, you must ensure your business is established in a safety and well secured environment. Now, when you have done that, after establishing the business or whatever it is, factory, industry, the next thing you should take into consideration is to ensure that it is, let's say, fire extinguisher. We are not praying for fire outbreak. Nobody prays for fire outbreak. But every well-organized place must have fire extinguisher. Even when you are driving, it's always encouraged that you have fire extinguisher in case there is fire outbreak. You can start helping yourself. And in places like Nigeria where the fire service is not even working, that is where we need it most. The number of market that is burning in Nigeria, and you see people's goods wasted. Imagine if they have fire extinguisher. Imagine if every store is mandated to have fire extinguisher. Public places like that, they need fire extinguisher. But unfortunately, we take it for granted. You will see people looking helplessly, seeing their goods, their property burning to ashes. And at times, human beings are even, lives are lost. So, the first thing I recommend as we celebrate World Day for Safety and Health is ensure you have fire extinguisher, because it can happen anytime. Now, apart from fire extinguisher, look at what happened at Nigeria last time. Talking about the movie crew entering the boat without a life jacket or driving without a seat belt. My dear, it's suicidal. You drive without seat belt at your own risk. Don't get so used to the car that you take your life for granted. Don't take or don't get so used to the water that is, after all, I can swim. Anything can happen. It may not be the kind of accident you expect. Look at, we lost 5 Nollywood actors recently, simply just because of carelessness. Carelessness. If those Nollywood actors have taken the necessary safety precaution, providing life jacket for their crew member, do you think we would have lost their lives? So that's why today's topic is very, very important. And that's why I insisted, today is Sunday, but I insisted that we must reflect on this. It's for your good. Prevention is better than cure. Prevention is better than cure. Don't take things for granted. Don't expose yourself to risk. And then somebody had just mentioned riding a bike without helmet is as worse or as bad as driving without seatbelt. And you see when, okay, now the next thing, don't take shortcut. You know, we are always in a hurry. Please don't take shortcut. Take your time. If you are in an office, don't be in a hurry. Follow the right procedure. You will get there. Slow and steady wins the race. I hope you are noting some of this point I am mentioning. Slow and steady wins the race. Don't take shortcut. Beware of your surroundings and your environment. I have said it indirectly. Don't establish or build your house in a place where you know that it's not safe or it's not secure. Okay, for instance, you are building and you go and build in an isolated place, or you go and build in robber's den. Beware of your environment. And talking about where your environment, make sure you don't allow bush to grow around your house, especially places where there is fire, you know, because fire outbreak we are talking about. If you allow bush, you are living in a place where you are surrounded with bush, maybe during dry season, and then they set the bush on fire. It can even, alternatively, make sure you clear ground. If you have farm, one of the problems the farmers in Nigeria are having, and I know other parts of the world, during dry season, they will set fire, and that fire will now destroy some of their palm plantation, cassava plantation. So it's always good to clear round, or if possible, fence round. Okay, so for your safety and the safety of your goods. Now, when we talk about your health, some of you, because of money, you work overtime. You don't even take break. You don't take leave. Please remember, human body is not even machine. There are times we off it for it to cool, for it to rest. So it's always advisable that you take break. Okay? Okay. Safety. Your sitting position or posture should equally be taken into consideration. Your health. There are ways you sit in your office, or you may not even give yourself good breath. You not be, you know. So don't even involve yourself in any work that, or maybe you are in a place where the place is polluted environment, and you are, maybe because of money, you have no choice. Who told you you have no choice? You find yourself in a polluted environment and you are inhaling all those carbon dioxide, which are so harmful to your health. So please avoid places like that. And that is the only place I can recommend you use face mask. That is what face mask is meant for. Not this one when you come to church, you are putting on face mask. Face mask is meant for places like that. Those of you working in the hospital, please make sure you use your face mask when you are in the hospital. Because people, and then hand glove. Hand glove, don't joke with that. Before you attend to any patient, use hand glove, and not anyhow hand glove, disposable hand glove, so that you don't have to be transferring one disease to another, to patient and to yourself. So use it and dispose it immediately. Okay, very, very important. Disposable hand glove. And then you need to stay hydrated. That is hydrated. That is making sure that you take enough fluid. Okay? Enough fluid. I've already... Okay, let's say it over and over again. Water therapy is very, very good for your health. And even when you are in your working place, make sure when you are thirsty, you have water. Okay? Don't starve yourself of water so that you will not faint while walking. As you are walking, make sure your body have enough fluid. Okay? Then if possible, make sure you inhale enough oxygen. Take your time. Once in a while, come out and receive fresh air. Take a deep breath. Now, please make sure harmful objects are not littered everywhere. Your workplace, your office should not be littered with harmful objects like cutters, knife, razor blade, needles here and there. All those harmful objects, keep them far away and make sure they are not. Let me even focus on those who are working in places like bakery, which other factory, because you see them most of the time, their fingers, they cut their finger, when they are rolling the bread. Those machines that cause, please, when you are working with those machines, be careful. There are some places you just need extra careful. Don't get distracted when you are working in places like that. Don't be answering phone, because phone can distract you. Phone can distract you. You are cutting things. Even in your kitchen. Even in your kitchen. Don't allow anybody or anything to distract you. You are cutting, you are slicing vegetable with sharp knife, and then you are talking, you are chatting, you are answering call. My dear, most of you have ended up cutting part of your body as meat. So we have enough meat. We don't need another bad way. We are not even cannibals, but we should be eating your flesh as part of the food. So when you are walking in the kitchen, be careful. Are you aware that some houses has caught fire? Maybe somebody is cooking in the kitchen and then they'll call you. You will not even remember that the gas is on. You may not even remember that the gas is on. You will leave it. The next day, everywhere is on fire. Please, if you are cooking with gas, you have to be extra careful. And if you are perceiving the odor of the gas, maybe the gas is leaking. That's another thing people take for granted. Yeah, maybe the gas is leaking. Don't manage it, please. When you perceive the smell of the gas, don't use that gas cooker. It's risky because it's highly inflammable. Once you can perceive the smell of a gas from the gas cylinder, no matter how small it is, don't risk it until you find where it's leaking. Because at times the pipe, rat may even eat it up, or maybe you may not tight the mouth very well. So once you notice, in fact, that's why I said the beginning of these tips, I told you not to take shortcut. Let me just manage. Maybe after cooking, I will go and refill it. I'll go and look for. No. For your safety, for the safety of those living with you, please don't manage. Most of the fire outbreak, comes from the gas cooker, because the gas cooker is highly inflammable. So please don't manage when it comes to that. And if you discover the pipe is old, or the mouth where you tight the cylinder is old, change it. Some of them, when they are rusted, you keep managing them. Please don't manage anything for your life's sake. Make sure you have a new one, good one. Don't manage anything. Okay? So, and then generally wear all the necessary safety gear. All the necessary, I have mentioned seat belt, mentioned what do you call it? Life jacket, all the safety gear you can make, hand glove, and there are so many of them, helmet. So please, even face mask, breathing mask. Please, if you are working in any of this place, please make sure you protect yourself. Make sure you wear the necessary things. Don't just say, well, others are doing without it, I can do without it. Your case is different, please. And then if there is any unsafe condition or any unsafe equipment, report. Don't die in silence, because when it will happen, you are the one to suffer it. If you are in a working place and there is any unsafe condition, you notice that there is unsafe condition where you are not feeling secure, or the things you are using, like I have given you an example, most of the machines, report it and insist that they should get it fixed. Okay? Please don't risk your life and the life of others. Most of you will just keep quiet and then die in silence. Report every unsafe environment. Okay? And then whatever you are using, whatever tools you are using, whatever machine you are using, make sure you train. Don't dabble into things you are not trained for. For instance, electricity. Let's take that as an example. You are not an electrician, and then you discover that there is maybe one part of the flat there is no light, and you are going to connect the wire. You are going to, are you an electrician? Do you know how many people have been electrocuted? Call the right people who are trained. There are people who specialize in that field. Call them to fix your light. Don't risk. Don't take risk. If the power is having a problem, there are people who are trained to fix it. Your electricity. Please don't take risk, because so many people have died, have been electrocuted. So many people have been electrocuted. Those of you that are working in the hospital, apart from the necessary tips we have shared with you, you also need to take care of yourself psychologically. There are things you see as a human being. You can say, okay, this one doesn't matter. Maybe accident, blood, you see people, you just wish it away. Some of these things have spiritual and psychological effects. Times you see people dying, see people coma, you see all kinds of things. You are in a place, you are working in a mortuary where you see dead body every time. My dear, you are a human being. Psychologically, spiritually, you have to remain healthy. Okay? At times you talk about it. Don't suppress it into your subconscious. Some of the things you experience in the hospital, and then you can pray. Bring them to prayer. Because most of these things, you suppress them into your subconscious, and it's affecting you unconsciously. As you are taking care of the sick, you need to take care of yourself. You need to take care of yourself. You need to be healthy. In fact, most of the time, if you watch, whenever I'm praying for people who are sick, I do pray for those who are taking care of them. Why? Because I know people take it for granted. Those taking care of the sick people, they need our attention. They need our care. They need our understanding, because you are working in a hospital environment. Even the sick are always complaining. They are always, you cannot satisfy a sick person. And it's affecting you psychologically. Because when somebody is sick, he's always complaining. He's always, barking like dog. So, you are a human being. You are not a superhuman. You are not a superman. Take care of yourself. Both psychologically, emotionally, and spiritually. Don't just pretend as if all is well. Remain healthy for you to take care of those who are sick. Now, avoid risk. On any risk you can avoid it. Don't expose yourself to any risky environment. I know in Nigeria, you will see what you call a walkover, the one people climb up. People will leave it and they will prefer to run through express. And that's why we have so many deaths. Highway. People will not climb the one up. It's a waste of time. That's why I say don't take shortcut. Avoid taking shortcut. Regret comes at last. So, my dear friends in Christ, there are so many other tips I would have shared with you, or you can as well look it up. What I'm here to do is to create awareness that there is a special day set aside for workers' safety and health. So today is World Day for Safety and Health. So that's the essence of this daily celebration to create awareness. To create awareness so that you know that there is something called World Day for Safety and Health. So you can as well do your own research to find out, depending on where you are working. Depending on where you are working, you can browse it. Find out the safety measures that are applicable where you are working. So these few tips I have shared with you may not cover the whole thing. So, but anywhere you are working, the most important thing is find out the safety tips that can help you operate in that environment. So once again, thank you for joining us. I wish you safety. Wherever you are working, I wish you safety and I wish you good health as we celebrate today World Day for Safety and Health. May God keep you safety and healthy wherever you are. As I bless you, I bless the rest of your day. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.